What if NASA's so-called Comet is actually an alien ship, and we only have months to respond? This is not just science fiction. Right now, a mysterious interstellar object named 3I Atlas is racing toward our solar system at a record-breaking speed. Most astronomers insist it is just a harmless comet, but a group of leading astrophysicists, including a Harvard professor, are sounding the alarm. What if it is something far more dangerous, even hostile? Professor Avi Loeb, one of the world's top astrophysicists, warns that 3I Atlas is no ordinary rock. In his words, this object is not natural and could be a hostile alien mothership, possibly on a mission that could save us or destroy us. He and his colleagues have identified 8 bizarre anomalies in the object's size, trajectory, and behavior. Evidence, they argue, that suggests some unknown intelligence may be steering it directly toward us. The stakes could not be higher. If the warnings are right and we ignore them, we risk being blindsided by an existential threat unlike anything humans have ever faced. Or, just as profoundly, we might miss our chance to make the most important discovery in human history. So, what exactly makes 3I Atlas so extraordinary? And why is the scientific world so deeply divided about what it truly is? Let's break down the strange clues and wild theories that are throwing the world's top scientists into heated debate. What if the next news headline isn't just about a comet, but the first sign of intelligent life beyond Earth? Right now, a rift is tearing through the scientific community, pitting nearly all of NASA and mainstream astronomers against a celebrated Harvard astrophysicist, with the fate of humanity's knowledge hanging in the balance. It all started in early July, when NASA's most advanced telescopes spotted a gigantic object hurtling through deep space at more than 130,000 miles per hour. This is not a small anomaly. It's the fastest comet NASA has ever recorded. At first, 3I/Atlas looked routine, a cosmic snowball simply passing by. Official statements quickly assured everyone, there's no danger here, just another harmless visitor from the stars. Most astronomers see nothing alarming. They point to 3I/Atlas as another natural interstellar traveler, a frozen fragment from a distant star system tossed across the galaxy by gravity. The dominant expert view is steady and measured. It's a scientific curiosity, not a cause for panic. But then came an electrifying claim from inside academia's inner circle. Professor Avi Loeb of Harvard, a world-renowned astrophysicist, and his international team released a paper that flipped the script. Loeb insists that 3I/Atlas might not be a comet at all, but an artificial probe, potentially even an alien mothership, operating with technology far beyond anything humans possess. He points to its bizarre speed, peculiar movement, and strange trajectory as key clues that defy every known comet pattern. Loeb's warning is not an isolated voice. Leading specialists at the Initiative for Interstellar Studies have rallied behind him, compiling a list of 8 distinct anomalies about 3I/Atlas, oddities in its structure, motion, and timing that they argue strongly suggest intelligent design. Loeb draws a stark analogy. Ignoring these signals is like a caveman overlooking an iPhone. We could miss a moment that changes the entire human story. The stakes are immense. If the majority is correct, 3I Atlas will be a fascinating but ordinary chapter in astronomy. But if Loeb is right, dismissing the warning could leave us unprepared for an existential threat, or cause us to squander the chance for the greatest discovery in history. Humanity stands to lose either its safety, its credibility, or its place in the cosmic narrative. This debate is now raging in public. Critics, such as Oxford's Chris Lintott, have mocked Loeb's theory as nonsense on stilts, while others, though doubtful, admit we cannot afford to ignore the possibility of encountering non-human intelligence. The world is on edge as these two cosmic visions clash in real time. But what exactly makes Professor Loeb so certain that 3I Atlas is more than a comet? What are the concrete, unsettling clues, the so-called anomalies, that could reshape our understanding of the universe? Let's break down the specific mysteries that have triggered this unprecedented scientific standoff. Each anomaly reveals a puzzle that challenges everything we thought we knew about comets. Pause for a second. What if the most important cosmic warning in human history is unfolding right now, and we're about to miss it? That's the razor's edge astronomers are balanced on, as the bizarre behavior of this object defies every expectation, raising the stakes for all of us. Professor Avi Loeb and his team have uncovered 8 distinct anomalies with 3I Atlas. Each one alone is rare, but together they form a pattern that is nearly impossible to dismiss. The first anomaly is what's not there. Any ordinary comet heated by the sun would show off a blazing tail, yet 3I Atlas remains eerily bare. Even more unsettling, it's accelerating in a way gravity simply cannot explain, shredding the standard rules of physics. But its journey gets weirder. 3I Atlas is following a retrograde orbit, moving opposite to the flow of our entire solar system. Loeb theorizes this could be a defensive tactic, as if intelligent pilots are making interception from Earth far harder. Consider its odd trajectory, too. The object skims close to Venus, Mars, and Jupiter, almost as if it's making calculated stops to observe each planet. The probability of such a path happening by coincidence? Astronomically low. The timing is another red flag. When 3I Atlas reaches perihelion, its closest approach to the sun, it will be on the exact far side of the sun from Earth. Loeb speculates this is no accident, but a deliberate attempt to hide from our most powerful telescopes and mask any activity. He warns it could use this hidden window to deploy probes or alter course, possibly reaching Earth with little or no warning as soon as late November. Loeb doesn't mince words about what's at stake. He calls this a blind date of astronomical proportions, arguing that if this object is artificial, it could be scouting our solar system, or laying groundwork for contact. The consequences are massive: a missed opportunity for peaceful engagement, or a failure to prepare for a real threat. Loeb insists we need urgent scientific action, including sending a radio greeting. Hello, welcome to our neighborhood. Peace. Yet, this idea has sparked fierce scientific backlash. Critics claim Loeb is molding the data to fit his alien hypothesis, asserting that extraordinary claims demand extraordinary evidence. Oxford's Chris Lintott has dismissed his theory as nonsense on stilts. NASA, meanwhile, stands firm. 3I Atlas is almost certainly a comet, albeit a fast-moving one. Still, if Loeb is right, ignoring this could mean humanity sleeps through an existential alarm. But if he's wrong, chasing this possibility risks eroding scientific trust and wasting critical resources. The stakes could not be higher. Our future security and credibility hang in the balance. But how did 3I Atlas even get here? And why is its origin story so crucial to both camps? Let's break down what we know, and what we can only guess. The months ahead could change everything for humanity. So what are the real stakes if 3I ATLA turns out to be more than just a rock? Let's imagine the simplest future. 3I/Atlas sweeps past the sun, shows its true cometary colors, and sails out of our solar system with barely a ripple. We would breathe a collective sigh of relief, having witnessed a rare interstellar visitor, and the debate would simmer down until the next anomaly appears. For most, this is the likely scenario. An odd but harmless cosmic event, adding a chapter to our understanding of the universe. But what if the skeptics are wrong, and the Harvard team's warnings are justified? Professor Avi Loeb has bluntly stated that this mysterious object could save or destroy us. He points out that its strange trajectory and lack of a typical comet tail suggests deliberate intent, not just random physics. If this is an advanced probe or mothership, we might be facing our first genuine moment of contact with extraterrestrial intelligence. The potential outcomes then multiply. A peaceful encounter could redefine our place in the cosmos, granting us knowledge or technology beyond our wildest dreams. Imagine humanity uniting to send a reply. Professor Loeb has even suggested beaming a simple message, "Hello, welcome to our neighborhood. Peace," and receiving an answer that changes science, philosophy, and society forever. On the other hand, the risks are enormous. A hostile or even indifferent intelligence could pose an existential threat. Some researchers warn that if 3I/Atlas is an alien craft, it could launch probes or other gadgets in secret to invade or infiltrate, or even change direction and visit our planet itself, arriving with little warning as early as late November. In this scenario, a lack of preparation might mean we cannot defend, communicate, or even comprehend what is coming. As one analysis puts it, if the world is unprepared, we could miss the chance to communicate, defend, or learn. Then there's the possibility of a silent flyby, an object that ignores us completely, or one that leaves behind traces we are too slow or divided to notice. This could be the greatest missed opportunity in human history, the chance to engage with alien intelligence, lost forever because we dismissed the warning signs or failed to act in time. All of these futures hinge on how seriously we take the outlier hypothesis and how willing we are to cooperate, investigate, and prepare. The stakes are nothing less than the safety and destiny of our species, whether that means averting disaster, unlocking transformative secrets, or losing our only chance to shape first contact on our terms. So, faced with this uncertainty, what should we actually do? Is there a sensible approach between panic and denial? Let's look at the practical steps scientists, and all of us, can take to prepare for the unknown, without losing our heads or our curiosity. If history teaches us anything, it is that world-changing truths often start as unpopular ideas. Professor Avi Loeb, a Harvard astrophysicist and expert on black holes, has been urging the world to keep an open mind about extraterrestrials for years. He is not just theorizing. He has dedicated his career to searching for signs of alien life, founding the International Galileo Project, and even leading expeditions in search of possible alien artifacts. When Loeb and his colleagues warn that 3I/Atlas could be an alien spacecraft, they are not just chasing science fiction. They have identified 8 separate anomalies in the object's size, trajectory, and behavior, each rare on its own, but together pointing to something deeply unusual. As Loeb puts it, we must acknowledge that our imagination is limited, and it would be naive to assume we can predict what an advanced civilization might look like, or how it might act. So how do scientists and the rest of us balance skepticism with genuine open-mindedness? First, it means admitting what we do not know. Most astronomers and organizations like NASA classify 3I Atlas as a comet, drawing on decades of observation and theory. But as even some critics of Loeb agree, scientists should be less dismissive of extraterrestrial research. History is full of cases where the majority was wrong and the outlier view turned out right. Actionable steps start with transparency and curiosity. Scientists should publish their data and methods openly, so outsiders can challenge or verify claims. The public can engage by following credible research, supporting projects like the Galileo Project, and resisting the urge to mock or dismiss outlier hypotheses out of hand. One recent proposal from Loeb himself is to send a simple radio message to 3I/Atlas. "Hello, welcome to our neighborhood. Peace." He recognizes the risks. Any signal might be misinterpreted, but argues that staying silent is also a choice with consequences. Failing to question consensus might mean missing early warning signs of danger, or missing a once-in-history opportunity for contact. Overreacting, however, could erode trust in science and spark needless panic. The key is a middle path, to be skeptical but never closed. With all the unknowns, one thing is clear. The universe rewards those who are prepared for surprises. So as each new piece of evidence emerges, how can we tell the difference between responsible caution and reckless alarmism? Let's turn to what the latest data actually shows. What if the universe's call isn't just a whisper, but a warning, and we're about to miss it? Everything we know and everything we might become hangs in the balance. As 3I Atlas speeds toward our solar system, we face a moment of reckoning. Do we probe deeper or dismiss it as just another comet? Most experts urge calm, but history punishes those who overlook outliers, especially when a Harvard team has identified 8 rare anomalies crying out for scrutiny. Professor Avi Loeb cautions, meeting interstellar, possibly alien technology is a blind date of cosmic stakes. Our understanding is limited by Earth's boundaries. If this object is a sophisticated probe or a mothership, how we respond could determine the survival or transformation of our species. Complacency risks far more than a missed discovery. It puts humanity's safety and future on the line. Ignoring warning signs means we gamble with the only home we have, forfeiting the chance to prepare for threats or to seize a leap in knowledge if contact, not catastrophe, awaits. True science flourishes through bold questions and humility before the unknown. Leaders must encourage genuine curiosity, not stifle it. Will we insist on this, or let comfortable consensus blind us until it's too late? Our story is unwritten. Only our vigilance and courage to ask hard questions might separate progress from irreversible regret. What would you do if you held the fate of humanity in your hands? Let's explore how history judges those who choose action over apathy.